Hi, girls. How are you? Well, it's kind of fun. I think I'll take that group on the road with me. That's kind of a fun introduction, isn't it? I brought my shoes out here. I'm not going to wear them. I broke my leg this summer, but I just want you to know these are the shoes I would have been wearing. And I just want you to know that for sure. I kind of like those girls introducing me. It's a lot better than a few weeks ago I had a man introduce me. So you know immediately I'm in trouble, right? I mean, if I'm going to have a man introduce me. So in the material about me, there's some kind of phrase that says something like she travels across the country and she shares her sorrows and her joys. And he was trying to ad-lib. He'd never read it before. You know that. He never touched it before he got up on stage. And then he started trying to ad-lib, and he got all confused, and he said, she just goes across the country just laughing and crying. And I thought, that's about right. That's what I do, is I go around the country just laughing and crying. I will tell you one thing about me. Well, first let me ask a question. How many grandmothers are out here? Let me see some hands. Woo-wee. Wow, there's a lot of you. And those of you who are not, it will happen to you sometime. And when it does, you have the big question. The big question of your life is, what are those grandchildren going to call you? And it's a tough thing. I mean, you have to figure it out. What is it that you're going to let them call you? I thought Mrs. Porter would be fine. My son thought Big Mama would work, and no, none of that for me. I didn't want that at all, and I'll tell you the truth, I really didn't want to be Granny. Now, some of you are Granny, and I'm happy for you, but it just didn't work for me, okay? Because I got the shoes, and it just didn't work, right, with Granny. So we played around with all kinds of names and just couldn't come up with anything, and then somebody mentioned, why not use your initials, KP, Karen Porter, KP. And that kind of was good because I'd been in the corporate world a long time, and a lot of people called me KP in the office, and my customers and vendors and various people called me KP. So that seemed to work out pretty good, and I started thinking about it. I thought, that's kind of hip. I kind of like that, KP. No Granny for me, KP. So that's what we'll do. So we settled on it. That's what I would be, is KP. So how many of you know that K is a really hard letter for babies to say? How many of you know that P is a really easy letter? Yep, I am Pee-Pee.